So when Christopher Nolan announced his new upcoming project, The Odyssey, I was got really hyped up at that time. But few things came up like the cast, the dialogues that they have been using like daddy, dad, and with few more phrases that were more like modern than rather than the ancient times. It all was somewhat downhill for me. But after seeing the movie, and the movie lives up to that expectation, and everybody should see it. So I would say that Christopher Nolan is back with another banger for you all to experience in the cinema hall, and everybody should experience it. And now coming on to the movie was so awesome, and here's a spoiler-free review for all of you. Now the everything, the minute details, the story, the actors, the acting, the direction, the use of colors, contrast, the sets, the scale of the movie is so amazing. It's so amazing that you admire its beauty. With the upsides of the movie also had some downsides like its cast and its dialogue and everything else. Just trust me, everything else was perfect. Now coming on to the first thing, the cast, I would say first coming on to the Travis Scott, you can perfectly ignore him, and because he didn't have too much of the role in the movie, so it can be ignored. Now second coming on to the Helen, you know she's the most beautiful woman in the world, and she was played by Lupita Nyong. That didn't impress me as an Helen. So okay, she did okay job in the movie also, but I would say that it was a wrong decision to cast her as the Helen. And last, coming to the Elliot Page, we all thought that Elliot Page was going to be Archelaus in the movie, but no, she was not Archelaus. She played a character called Sinan that is a core part of the story, but yes, it wasn't that much big. So yes, the overall casting can be ignored. Secondly, coming on to the dialogues of the movie, personally for me, 10 minutes straight into the movie, the dialogues didn't bother me much, and I also think that you will be also be able to ignore them at that time. Now coming on to the upsides of this movie, the upsides of the movie were its story, its visual, its music, everything. I would just say they were the perfect. Now the story is about the Odysseus who fought in a Trojan war for 10 years straight, and he when he wanted to come back to the home, it took him another 10 years to come back home. And this is a story about how Odysseus come back to the home, the journey from the Trojan War to his home, and it's the perfect. It's a beautiful story. I would just say the visuals are the beautiful. You should watch it, and just for the story and visuals only, you must try it. The experience is great. Now coming on to the actors, I would say they have done the perfect job in the movie. Now firstly coming on to the Tom Holland, I would say it's the one of the best performances by Tom Holland still this date. Now I would say he's a capable actor and he has a lot more potential than this in a future upcoming films, but I would say till this date it's the best acting job of his till now. Now coming on to the Matt Damon, he played the role of Odysseus, and I would just say he nailed that role. And no one could ever play perfectly like him. The anger, the pain, the happiness, everything, how he showcases emotionally is the perfect how the movie has become because of him only, that I would say the movie is so great. Now, coming on to the next character that is, after watching the movie, I can't stop thinking about is Anne Hathaway's character, Penelope, who is Odysseus' wife, and I would say just she has portrayed the best role in this century of till now. I would say personally because she looks strong, helpless at the same time, while being loyal to his husband, who doesn't want anyone else to take the throne at the kingdom. And I would just say she has portrayed it perfectly to the minute details. The monologue she has given it, that sensation of the power in her in monologues, and how she's emotionally deprivated that at that time, they are just beautiful, and I would just say that she was the actual star for me in this whole movie as an actor. Now, coming on to the Robert Pattinson, who played Antonius in the movie, and I would say, as we all know, Robert Pattinson always nails down the character he plays, and this time too, he has played it wonderfully. And now coming on to the next one, that is Zendaya. Although she didn't have that much screen time, but in wherever she appears, she's the perfect in her scenes. And I would just say that not because I truly admire her, it is that in the scenes that she appears, she looks very beautiful. She is carrying her character very beautifully, and I would just say has done the amazing work. Now I would like to give some honorable mention to John Leguizamo, John Berthal, and Charlize Theron for the perfection in their roles in the movie. And that's it for the characters in the movie. Now coming on to the ending. The movie has slightly, very slightly changed the ending where I won't spoil it for you, but that doesn't change the much of the story, and everybody should just go and watch regardless of the change in endings because it doesn't change much in the story. At last, I would just say that even though you hate Nolan, you don't like the cast, you don't like the dialogues, the movie is just above all of them, and you should just go and experience it in your nearest theater. No, regardless of that IMAX, regardless of any screen, uh, Dolby Atmos, Screen X, nothing. Just go. Even you have normal screen presented nearby, just go and watch it there because the experience of the movie cannot be missed. I for sure will go for second time to watch this movie, and I would just say just go for it. The experience is much better than the hate rate you are seeing online. Thank you, and we will see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned, subscribe, and like.